Hey everybody, it's Christine, and today I have a new layout showcasing the double shot kit from the scrap room. I am also beginning a new video series, and I am going to focus on using grids in your layout for this video series. Grids are a great way to give your mojo a boost if you're just stuck a lot. They're also just a very classic design element, and so I thought I'd explore those a little more deeply over the next month and share with you some ideas on how I approach them. Today, I'm going to be working with an Echo Park paper page kit, and it has a kind of a wintry cabin camping theme to it, outdoors, and definitely has a masculine theme to it as well. Although, I mean, you definitely could use it for some girl stuff as well, but there are a lot of really great boy elements within it. And so I'm going to be building a layout about my son at a cabin last fall. The first thing I'm going to do is build my grid. So you can see I've cut that plaid paper. I'm also cutting this constellation paper, and I'm going to cut some craft paper. And all three of those papers are going to be layers within my grid. Now, this approach allows me to have a more detailed, complex look to my grid. If I just did my pictures on cardstock matting and set them down, it would be a lot more simple. Still telling the story, obviously, but by layering these different things in there, it gives a much more detailed look. You can also see that I'm using a base that is a wood grain paper. That also adds to the complexity of the whole layout. Especially when you have a simple design, if you can find a good monochromatic paper to use for your background, it just adds a little bit of texture to the whole thing and makes it look a little more detailed. So you can see I've done that, and I am going to mix and match in my layers. Some of them are going to be elevated with some 3D foam tape. Others are going to be flat, and all that will add some extra dimension to my layout. I opted to do 3 pictures in this set of 4 grid layout. And then I'm going to use one of my squares for title work. So the 3 pictures, I picked these out pretty carefully because I wanted something that would both complement the collection and vice versa. So what I did is I found some pictures of my son at the cabin with some wood in the background. And you can see that it blends really nicely, especially brings out the color of my base paper. For my title, I am going to go to my stash, and I am going to use this chipboard Fabulous from Bella Boulevard. And then I'm going to add a sticker from the page kit that says Little Lumberjack. Now, as a quick reminder before I go on, the double shot kit is a 2-page kit from the scrap room. Comes with papers, cardstock, and some embellishments, enough to give you a great start, if not a complete layout. And you get 2 fabulous new collections. They also have several other kit collections, which you see me highlight on this channel as well. Be sure to check out their page, and it's early in the month, so it's a good time to check it out because these kits do sell out. So if you like what you're seeing, or if you want to see more, just scroll through my channel. But be sure to check out the scrap room. Now, carrying on, how am I going to decorate these grid squares? Well, my plan was to add a little cluster of coordinating stickers to each square. And what I'm doing at this point is both deciding which stickers I'm going to use, as well as deciding where I want to place them. Because your placement has to be somewhat strategic in this situation. You can't have like your clusters placed all on the center of your grid, right? You can't have them all on the outside really either. You need to bring it so that your eye moves all the way around the layout. The other thing to consider in this situation is, where do you have white space in your picture? Where can you add a sticker that will not take away from the picture, but again, force that eye in to see what's happening in the picture? I also like to try and keep my scale consistent. So if I put a big element into one picture, I'd like to put a big element into each of those grids. If I put some words into each one. I want to have some words, or if I put words into one, I want to have some words in each one. You also don't want to have too many words. You want to have lots of icons also, because if you have a layout full of things to read, it gets overwhelming. So all these different little factors, but the main point is creating a cluster, using those stickers, using that ephemera, or using chipboard or buttons or any of those things, and using them to complement your pictures and be pleasing to the eye so that they keep the eye moving around the layout. Really, in a grid style layout like this one, your eye moves circular. So what I want you to do is start at that top left-hand picture, work your way over to the title and around down to the bottom right-hand picture and back to the left bottom picture, and just keep working your way around that way. It doesn't always work that way in grid layouts, but because this is a big style one, and the way I have it set up, I want things to work in a circular direction. Now you can see the stickers in this collection are super fun, and perfect for scrapbooking about if you've gone on like a cabin trip recently or things like that. So there you have it. You see it's all coming together. I am going to use those stickers to build up my title as well. I'm going to start pulling in some little stickers. You can see I've got those little stars around my title right now. I'm going to work those in throughout the layout to, again, provide some consistency, also to get that eye to work its way around the layout. Very fun boy-themed layout. I love collections that are so easy to work with the little boys. But also kind of a sophisticated, classy looking layout as well. So thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to keep your eye out here. I've already got another grid layout created for you that will be coming later in the month, and there will be more in between. Be sure to head on over to the Scrap Room and check out their kits, and hit subscribe if you enjoyed this video. We will see you again next time.